Talking about the first mow of the fall after overseeding with United Seeds Snap Back. And this video, we're gonna talk about the Snap Back, show you the Snap Back, why I chose the Snap Back. And yeah, the first mow of the fall. It's been 4 weeks. I mowed last Saturday. So this Saturday will actually be 5 weeks since I overseeded. If y'all checked out my earlier video when I told you what I do for my fall overseeding, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you're new and just tuning in, we're gonna show you this United Seeds Snapback. This is older footage. This is what I did to prep the ground. I cut it down to 2 inches, then I dethatched it, then we aerated. Okay, there you go. That's what the yard looked like almost 5 weeks ago. Got the Snap Back from United Seeds Incorporated. Innovative spreading tall fescue blend tested in sod farm production, reduced overseeding in water. Snap Back turf type fescue blend will blow your hair back with fast establishment, dark green color, and resilience against wear and tear. Snapback is a new generation of turf-type tall fescues which produces lateral growth. The mixture of no-net, bonfire, Xanadu, and Zion turf-type tall fescues and Snapback fescue blend are the first true spreading turf-type tall fescues that have been truly tested in sod farm production. Truly tested means there were no bluegrasses mixed with the tall fescue. Spreading will start to form in the first 6 weeks. Snapback will require less overseeding and requires less water requirements. So we're going to see about that. United Seed Snapback. Contains 35% no-net, 25% bonfire, 20% Xanadu, and 20% Zion turf type tall fescues. Main uses: athletic, where they say right there that those percentages are subject to change. Athletic fields, home lawns, sod farms, commercial sites. Seeding rate, you got your seeding rate right there, 6,000 pounds per square feet. Overseeding, that's a bare lawn, overseeding 4 pounds, and overseeding heavy use 8 pounds. There go your months when you should plant: March, May, August, October, December, February for dormant seeding. Germination 7 to 10 days, dark green color, tolerates the shade. Drought tolerance is good. Excellent wear tolerance. Mowing height, look like 3-4, but I'm thinking they saying 3 or 4 inches. And the leaf texture is fine. Got fine little blades. The difference between Rhizomatous Tall Fescue spreads via underground stems called rhizomes, allowing it to self-repair bare spots, while turf-type tall fescue grows in clumps and does not spread by rhizomes. Both are advanced varieties of a tall fescue with improved features like disease resistance and drought tolerance, but RTF offers a denser, more uniform lawn with less need for overseeding due to its self-spreading ability. It's similar to Bermuda. And that's what made me think about this. I was like, dang, if they had a fescue that grew like Bermuda. So I looked it up. And here we go. Got Rhizomatous Snapback Fescue, which, you know, I showed you was a mixture of different fescues. But shout out to Girls Lawn. I got a couple of her videos. This is why I was interested in fescue. I mean, the Snapback, because she has a lot of information on the Snapback. So shout out to her. I'll put her channel in my description down there. She got a lot of information.
I get a
Let's check out.
of cut questions, and so I'm going to answer this and speak specifically to tall fescue because that's what I have the most experience in. Now, my old routine was in the spring, I'd cut at 3 inches. In the summer, I'd cut at 4 because that was the max on my mower. If you have something more, you can cut it a little bit higher, like 4 1/4. And in the fall, I would go back down to the 3 inches. Now, what I want to point out is that height of cut is subjective. And it's subjective based on the type or cultivar of fescue seed that you have. The newer cultivars these days can be cut under 1 inch. I've seen people cutting tall fescue under 1 inch with a real mower. those new cultivars are able to handle a lower cut. Now, from my experience and what I've seen from my colleagues, the fescue that can handle the shorter cuts is going to be your lateral spread rhizomatous fescues. If you follow me, you have no doubt heard me talk about the United Seeds Snap Back blend. It has some magnificent cultivars in it, and that can be cut as low as 1 inch. That is why it's important to know whether you have regular tall turf type fescue or some type of lateral spread fescue. Once you have that information, you will be able to determine your minimum and maximum height of cut on your fescue. If you don't know, then just be on the safe side and cut it high. Look at this snapback living up to its name. Overseeded fall 2023, and just look at it. Out of hibernation, nice and thick, and no fertilizer has been applied yet. In comparison, the other side of the yard was not overseeded, but it's still looking pretty good.
As you can see, she got that yard looking good. Yeah, shout out to Girls Lawn. She got a YouTube channel and a TikTok. Yeah, she got great information on the channel. Check her out if you interested in growing some grass. But here we go, it's time to water. We got them seeds out. I used Scott's Triple Action for seeding. And, you know, you got to water, people. Get on the good watering schedule. There's plenty of videos on YouTube to show you how to adequately water your grass, but that's pretty much the main ingredient there. You got to get that water in there and then good fert, have some good soil. You can get your soil tested. So this probably about the first week I was lucky to catch some rainfall in these 4 weeks here. There you go. You see we got some germination coming in. It did germinate in 7 days. It did. It germinated in 7 days. There goes some babies. Look at that. We got some new growth, people. New growth. Baby hair. Look at that there. Yeah, you see them popping up. And again, it's fine texture, real fine fescue. It's not thick like Kentucky 31 or some other strains of fescue. And again, shout out to Girls Lawn. I was interested in rhizomatic fescue because I was cutting Bermuda, and I was like, dang, I wish fescue was rhizomatic. And good old Google, went on Google, and there you have it. And then I found Girls Lawn channel, and she was talking about the snapback, and I said, snapback. I was interested in the name because, hey, it's gonna snap back. So we're gonna see if it's gonna snap back. So the thing, as we read earlier with the rhizomes, it's supposed to root and then spread and fill in the bare spots. So as long as the soil condition is good in the water and you keep your pest out, and your pests can be weeds or whatever, or animals or kids, you know, whoever messing with the grass, then you probably can fill in the bare spots with no problems. But we're gonna put it to the test. So as we walking around the yard, I'm just showing you footage over the weeks. This is probably like 2.5 right here, 2.5 weeks. You see the ground is starting to green up. The weather conditions have been lovely here in North Carolina. We just got a nice amount of rain from that storm Melissa, but you know, it's kind of tragic at the same time that it went to Jamaica. So shout out to anybody that was impacted by that storm. Shout out to my Jamaicans. All right, we got the snapback growing in. I'm going on week 5 here. Saturday be week 5. I'm gonna cut it. Again, this will be my second mow. And I'm trying to get it down to, well, ain't no try. I'm gonna get it down to 3 inches before the winter hits. Right there, I'm just showing you how the triple action, that Scott's triple action for seeding, it'll turn the clover and other little weeds white, or you know, they give it that bleach look. Look at that. It's even growing under the trailer, y'all. I keep my trailer right there. Normally got a bald spot there, but the snapback is actually growing there, so it does tolerate shade pretty well. So it can handle the shade room, people. It can handle it. Look at that, filling in them bare spots. We probably about It's probably about the 3rd week right here. See it's thickening on up, it's filling on in. I normally try to go 4 weeks. Some grass strains I've had to mow in 3 weeks. Once it start laying over, it's time to cut. That's what I think. But the snapback is a little different. It can handle the weight of the layover because it's so fine. So I just went 4 weeks. I made it 4 weeks. Again, get you a good watering schedule. Now in November, I'm gonna put out some 10-10-10, Anderson 10-10-10. And then drop some lime out in December. And then, we head on into the winter. Get that height down about 3, yeah. You heard she said you can, Girls Lawn said you can cut it down low, so I might try to get it at a 2.5, but between 2.5 to 3. I think that 3 is the sweet spot for a lot of fescues sometimes, especially in this time of year. I'm showing you triple action working on those weeds. I didn't have a lot of weeds in my lawn, just some little Dallas grass and some clover creeps in every year. But I don't mind a little clover in my yard. I'm not crazy about getting rid of everything, I try not to. The least amount of chemicals I got to deal with, I'm cool. So I don't really try to go crazy out there. I used to, but then I said, nah, man, it's too expensive to keep a yard up. But the prices now, come on, man. I'm just doing this for y'all, just getting you some footage, just showing you it can be done. You can grow grass. This didn't cost me that much to cut. I probably paid $100 with the triple action and the seeds. I got the 25-pound bag. Really overseeded it real heavy. Probably looking about a little under 25, maybe 2,800 square feet because I got the sheds back there and the patio. But yeah, it's time to mow. Look how thick that is. It got thick. No shave November. Look at that. Yeah, it's time to shave that thing though, right before November. So, go grab this mower. Got the Echo 30. Check out my Echo 30 mower video. Got your little POV footage mixed in. You can see it's kind of thick right there. And I still got some spots that are slowly filling in. I feel like by Thanksgiving, depending on the temperatures, I think it'll fill in nice and thick, or probably mid November. You can see a little bit of striping. It stripes well. I don't have a stripe kit on this mower, but you see a little bit of striping going on that snapback. And again, remember the snapback is a mixture. No net, Xanadu, Bonfire, and Zion. Zion Turf? I think that was. I don't know. Y'all check out the beginning of the video or go to the website. But yeah, look at that. Look how nice and lush that looks. That's 4 weeks. That's 4 weeks. It'll probably look its best right before the winter. Now, a lot of times in North Carolina, as of lately, our weather patterns have been, you have a cold November around Thanksgiving, then December it'll warm back up until January. Like we'll get back in the 70s. Look at that. Yeah, that great. Man, that look good, don't it? Oh, look at that. That look good, don't look at that nice and wavy, luxurious lawn there. It's coming in. Yeah. And I got it on the highest setting on my mower. Remember, only take a third off each mow of your grass. You don't want to cut it down too fast. You stretch the grass out. And make sure your blades are sharp. You want you a nice even cut. You want to cut and not tear the grass. Yeah, we smoothing it out. I'm really going slow. I'm talking about slow. But I sped this up. Can't have you here all day with this old crazy mowing footage. But that grass looking good, y'all. It's looking good. And we just had 3 straight days of rain. So I probably won't water again till Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday morning. But again, shout out to the people. I hope y'all made it through that storm okay over there in Jamaica. Even though it sent us some rain that we needed. But you know, I'm not down for everybody having these catastrophes, even though it's a part of our life. But back to the video. Still mowing this grass. The first mow of the fall. This is 4 weeks in. The United Seeds, this is their Snap Back. Now you can get the no net, you can get the Xanadu and the Bonfire just by itself. I chose the Snap Back because I like the name and I want to see if it really snap backs or snap back, you know, after extreme conditions. And we're going to see how that drought tolerance handles the summer this year. So I'll be updating you again in the spring. And I'll probably post another quick video. Probably this weekend. I'll go back there Saturday, the rain. It stopped raining yesterday, Thursday. Friday morning, I'm recording this video. Well, I'm narrating this video. So yeah, I get an updated footage, and then I'll probably post it mid-November as the weeks go by. See how it's filling in. See if it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Filling in the best spot. Cause Girls Lawn, shout out to Girls Lawn. You had your lawn looking A1. Yeah. You did a thing, y'all. Look, see, I only took a third off. It's not much in that bag there. Like y'all waste cans in the city. Look at that. That's not that much. I only took a third off. So this week, I cut it on 7. 7 is the highest on that mower, so I'm gonna go down to 6. Then when I get it about 4 and 3, somewhere in 3, I measured it. It's almost around even 3 inches. Look at that. Look at that snapback. Yeah. Still see a little bit of trouble areas, but it's slowly growing in right in those areas, but it's coming in. Look at that. Nice clean cut. Look at that. Got fine and nice that old snapback head. This is Rhizomatous Fescue. Now it's still probably some Kentucky mixed in this, because last year I mixed the snapback in with the existing Kentucky 31 I had, but I think the snapback is slowly taking over the Kentucky 31, because most of this is snapback. Look at it, it's even growing where I keep my trailer. Y'all see that? Y'all seen that bald spot? If you familiar with my earlier videos where I'm mowing back here, you know that bald spot. It's growing in the shade, y'all, under the trailer. Look at that. Look at that. That is turftacular. Nah, but it's coming on in lovely, y'all. It's coming on in. It's coming on in. But again, November, I'm gonna drop some it'll be when I get around week 6, I'm gonna drop some 10 out. That Anderson. I have used the one from Home Depot. I like the Anderson because it's smaller granules. That look at that. That look like carpet right there. I can sell some sod. I did a crisscross pattern on my mow. Yeah, I crisscrossed it. I'm not gonna cut it like that all the time. I just chose to do it like that. For the first mow, just really cut it. Nice clean cut. Get that. When you start mowing it, you mow it frequently, it stimulates the growth. So when I mow it this week, water it again on Sunday morning. And then all next week, if we don't get no rain next week, I'm gonna just do every other day with the water. I'm not gonna water it every day. Just do every other day. But as you see as the video, as we're coming to the end here, I'm just walking around the backyard, just showing you how it's filling in. Y'all saw the beginning of how it looked when I, took the existing lawn down to 2 inches, mowed, aerated, and dethatched. Then, put the seed out, then put the Scotch triple action for seeds or for seeding. Put that out. And learn your square footage. Learn how much seeds you're putting out, how much seeds per square footage. The settings on your spreader. Same for your fertilizer. You can find videos on that on YouTube, or you can Google that information. If you're good at math, you'll be able to figure it out by just reading the back of the bag. It's not hard. If you really desire to have a nice lawn, I just did it just to show you, give you little tips and pointers. Next fall, I might not even care about this lawn. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey man, the groceries getting high. I don't know what's going on. I really don't, people. I'm just hoping we survive the next upcoming months. This world is changing rapidly. But yeah, I'm digging the snapback. Again, shout out to Girls Lawn. She put me on game, when I was on my Rhizomatous Fescue search. It led me to her channel, and she tried that snapback as you saw earlier in the video. She gave you her 2 cents on it. Cause I had never even heard of United Seeds until I found her channel. She's not the only one talking about this. There's a couple other channels on YouTube, but I feel like she has the most information on the or experience that's documented. But again, that's the end of this video. The first mower of the fall, United Seeds Snap Back Rhizomatous Tall Fescue. Y'all, I gotta just spread that fescue out for you. It's just RTF. Rhizomatous Tall Fescue. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Space time.